Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 here on Twin Beaches with the British Army. As we go a little tour here through the various armies, we got the Indian Artillery Battle Group, British Armoured Battle Group, and the British Air and Sea Battle Group. Bit of this and that here overall. Bit of this and that. So we'll try the British Armoured Battle Group, though. I won't go for the Black Prince. I absolutely refuse to do anything, have anything to do with that. It's just, I feel that unit's a bit silly. It's like they gave the Deutsche Afrika a prototype King Tiger. It's like, is that really necessary? I mean, they got the Churchill tank, which is already like, you know, pretty good. It feels a bit much. It feels a bit much to be as the official stance of the Propagandacast. If others want to use it, knock yourselves out, but I won't play with it, and I certainly won't cast any matches featuring it. So, doesn't mean you can't use this battle group, just no Black Princes.
An infantry section is present and accounted for.
Anyways, just a quick note there. Just a quick note there. It's one of those decisions I'm not personally a fan of. They made there, but oh well. Still overall an excellent game, and I think the British Royal as a faction are quite improved and quite fun compared to like the British in the last two games. So, you know, it's a minor sacrifice. It's a minor sacrifice.
We got orders, lads.
Up the first shots here. To number 32. There's an immediate retreat there, obviously. Not much point in trying to hold out there. That's just a waste of manpower. That's just a waste, isn't it?
Infantry section trained and ready.
So, central move there is to not deal with that. And 45 munitions there for the recce package. You also got the Boris anti-tank rifle package, which is quite good against light vehicles, but tends to fall a bit short against tanks. And then you got the Bren light machine gun. They clearly learned a few lessons there from Companies 2, which was, you know, light machine guns being too cheap and accessible obviously just turns anything into a light machine gun fiesta. So in that regard, I think they make the smart decision on that account.
I don't want to hear a fucking word. March. That's enough. Let's move out. Found the enemy line.
If I'm lucky, he's going to have a bit of a hard time getting the Kent crowd out of there.
Water tube and crew are available.
No, I take that point. Fucking Scott.
I'll wait in order. Get moving.
We know where the machine gun is.
Off your asses! Move!
Rifle section ready.
Move it!
Definitely make things a wee bit easier. Also, we want that one because that's also going to make things easier. Quick wipe, very good. I think 2 reinforcements is a pretty good thing to have, so we'll do that. 0 in. That looks very handy. That looks very handy. Also, we got the recce package there, so let's add that. So that's the second machine gun team. Which is the first one, I don't know. We know he's tagged up with that one.
Cover his position.
Move back! Orders, sir!
Move!
Sappers ready!
We got orders, lads.
Awaiting instructions, sir! Sappers! Fall back now!
Tag up.
Well, sir. Move!
That was a nice mortar hit there. Go! Charging into my G33 Crypt section members there is perhaps not the tactically most salient move there.
We're losing a strategic point. A sector is in enemy control.
Sappers, yeah?
That's enough! Get that captured! See what we've got! Attention!
Got the kitten
The
crab.
enemy has claimed a sector.
Go for an armoured car.
Come on then! Quiet down! Mission complete!
Sappers reporting.
Don't mind there.
The work.
Because he's clearly gonna, you know, do that again, so if we're gonna allow that to happen again, we're just gonna not. Also, the Recce package for the Veterans 1 bonus, which allows to, you know, hit targets that occur better, is, well, you know, quite handy. That, of course, also works well with Bren guns and what have you. Not.
Humber, we're losing a capture point to enemy action.
Go, Humber, ready.
Sappers, little stroll into Jerry's line.
Always eager to head into the location. We'll risk it for a biscuit, won't we?
We'll risk it for a biscuit, won't we?
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
I figure Veterancy bonus with my Humber is a pretty handy addition. Pretty handy. Now white, but you know,
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Your orders.
doesn't always have to be.
Present to the carries, no
And pretty good progress, I'd say. Pretty good progress.
Victory point under enemy.
No real sign as to what they're up to next. I've seen the Jaegers. Oh, Pentagon does so. That means
Apparently it's better over there. Move.
oh, there's the section. I was like, you know, trying to figure. Oh no! Yeah, that was no idea what happened there. Like, it had clear orders, I think, to take another path. At least I thought it given it that, but for whatever reasons, it decided that it had to take, like, you know, an entirely different path. I think what happens. That was not a great moment. Also need to bring out Vickers.
Get up, lads. Get it, Antsy. Come on, bastards.
Vickers. Rush ahead there for some tanks. Still.
Enemy infantry.
A victory point is being overrun.
Attention! Fire on the front now! Come on then!
Awaiting orders. Secure that position.
Ready!
Victory point belongs to the enemy.
Well, I'll definitely want an anti-tank gun to deal with that.
Heavy machine gun and crew are ready for orders.
Got machine gun team out.
Instructions, sir.
A munitions point is being overrun.
Back to full numbers. Like shit through a goose.
Keeping a pretty good eye on the victory points to some degree from him now, but he's still somewhat behind me. Malta is steadily approaching Veterans 1.
Orders, sir.
Should also research the grenades.
Strategic point is being overrun.
But yeah, he should add a machine gun to the Stug,
You have
at the very least. Also, a smart move would also, additionally, on top of adding a machine to the Stug, would be to research vessels run by the officer quarters, so you can unlock the point-blank shot on the Stug, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, but the Stug, you definitely want the machine gun, at least initially for intensity performance, and again, later on, you can then add in, like, you know, point-blank shots, and it actually becomes fairly solid as an infantry for a low cost. And you get 2 of them,
we are losing
and you're having fun.
points to enemy action.
Opponent, not so much, but as I always like to say, you're not doing it for their benefit, you're doing it for your own.
Royal Engineers, down the retreat, sappers. Awaiting instructions, sir.
He hasn't reinforced his pen's gonna do this all?
Victory point
Woof.
lost. The enemy has control.
Catch him in the open!
There we go, veterans run up with the sewering. That's like a really powerful ability, I think.
Go on! Get to it, you sods!
Definitely should be a bit careful with your Stugs like that.
We're losing ammunition.
Generally, Stugs should always be supported by infantry or supporting infantry in a sense. That in fact, is a fun little historical fact. One Scuderian finally got, you know, as Japan's Inspector General, control over the Stug to some degree, at least able to add them to the, you know, infantry divisions as tank destroyers, air quote, tank destroyers.
Losing ammunition points to enemy
He
action.
pretty much, like, you know, created a set of instructions for the divisional commanders that they were to, like, you know, put together a platoon of the best men to escort them.
Oh, those blisters!
So that gives you an idea there of how to employ your Stugs a bit.
Lazy buggers!
Just a bit. Anyways,
Overrun. The enemy has it.
he should A, pull back that Stug, and B, repair it. That is definitely a mistake by him if he doesn't pull it back and repair it. Big mistake.
Repeat. Sector.
You should also consider, I think, grenades. Yeah, that mortar's really starting to pick up there. But the other element, I was about to say that is, you should also consider
Get it, Ansi. Give us orders.
maybe transferring some of the grenades up with Pan's grenades since it did go kind of hard on them.
Anti-air tanks are available.
Crusader's almost done. And then go for the Crusader anti-aircraft tank. No, this is an early model. That's obviously you've seen the one on the center in Companies 2.
Cruiser finished.
Yeah, a lot of things happen with those Crusader tank turrets, by the way. For example, the Crusader Mark III turret, which I'm going to upgrade to now, by the way, actually was also used on British armoured cars like the Staghound.
What you got for us?
Yeah.
Stand by the tube!
I was thinking you were safe from my historical lessons. Haha! Think again. Think again. There's no safety from my fun facts.
They're losing a capture point. The enemy is
Yeah, this is an early model with a much larger and a slightly janky turret. Also a bigger gun though, I think.
He's seen us!
Looks really neat though.
We have vehicles on standby.
Do believe that's a Buffos though.
Right, bloody move this boat! Now! Needs orders!
Sappers, we're not fucking shit, damn it.
Also, fun fact about the Crusader tank, it actually used the Christie suspension. That's it though, they had to add a lot of stabilizers for it to work because the Christie suspension does not actually provide a lot of stability. It allows the tank to go fast, but it's not exactly a comfortable ride.
Shut your mouth!
Fun fact, the Soviets did nothing to stabilize their tanks, by the way, which used it. Oh god. Go setting up with our little Crusader party. Panzers, though, definitely should not be taken lightly. They're quite good. Up, balls!
Everything we've got! Whistle into that mic one more fucking time. Get us moving!
You whistle into that mic one more time. I'm not whistling. I don't whistle. Most of the time.
Ready for trouble.
That could have gone a bit better, admittedly. I don't know why the Crusader decided to stop up there. Do not know why, but it did.
A munitions point is being overrun.
That's enough! Rifle grenade! Fire!
Orders. Jump to it if it's got windows.
Oh, while it be, sir!
Well then. Council's caught there peering like a bit of a surprise. But yeah, he's actually added this machine gun to the Stug now. Thumbs up to that, my friend. Oh no, I need to retreat there. Others are going to breach and clear. Yeah, they're already going to breach there.
We have a surplus of command.
That was a mistake there. You can still retreat through that, but say hadn't have done that, you know, they would have done heavy damage. And I could have risked losing the machine and they could have grabbed it, so... Yeah, the Stug definitely benefits a lot from machine guns. Fresh Crusader out. And of course, Crusader back free.
Awaiting orders. Royal Engineer.
So. Also forgot about my 6-pounder gun there. Is less great.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
Oh wait, it's there. We're moving.
Commander, territory is being threatened.
Armor ready. Invader taking glass to blow. Got an hacker. Now. Albert, reverse. Hey, get us out here. Back us.
The one thing I do like is you kind of get these neat armored engagements in companies 3.
We're losing a munitions point to enemy action.
Sappers, hold your arms.
Pick it over. Take the word.
Get an antsy.
Also note here, the number 69 grenade is actually what is known as a percussive grenade, meaning it detonates on impact.
We're losing a
Little
munitions
fun fact on that one.
Ready for trouble. We're moving, lads.
Listen up, gents.
Orders here.
Sappers, action it up now.
The enemy is trying to take a point from us.
Quiet down.
Closing in on the Churchill tank.
We have munitions ready to be used, Commander.
Always eager to serve. Come on, ladies. Order team. Fire for effect.
Fire for effect.
Enemies pushing the line, trying to take one of our points.
Grenade! New orders. What will it be? We're taking losses.
Done. Apparently it's better over than our weapons. We need it. Now.
The beggars are threatening a capture point.
Out. Stand by the tube. Back to base. Move.
Okay.
A Churchill heavy tank is reported.
That's...
We're losing a victory point.
Wouldn't quite say cheap, but, you know, it's not super expensive art. It's also, crucially, a lot more accessible than, say, a Panther. But again,
Points left.
quite strong in some respects. There we go. Churchill tank out. Let's see how good it is, though. I actually don't know.
Enemy have taken
At least how to use it. I've had it slug it out with a Panther.
Quiet down, you wankers.
Dead.
Bloody hell.
So,
We have vehicles on standby.
Order the Admiralty. Indeed, a target worthy of a nutshell
Jerry,
is ye.
making us a clot. While it be, sir.
Please, get that line. Stay to the order. Moving.
What you got?
Promotion. We're on the little tune-up first. Get it.
it does have a fair amount of frontal armor, 300.
Enemy is down to
Comparison, you got 100 on the Crusaders.
Attention. Fire on the...
Stugs has somewhere in the vicinity of 200.
6-pounder anti-weapons here.
Give us the order. We better get this. Fucking stutter. They've got us far. Crusader rolling into action.
Action it up now.
Enemy fire.
We should see the other guy.
Vickers MG ready.
Fall back.
Crusader AA.
We're up, lads.
Thought I'd order to shoot at that. Oh, well, I hadn't. Alright, pull that back. Pull back the Crusader. Get my Churchill fixed up.
Being overrun.
Don't you need a boat? Crusader AA, move it!
Right, let's move out!
Take it here! Down!
Go. Fort repair assembly.
That's our victory point.
Which is sort of like the Wehrmacht repair bunker. Interesting enough, we haven't seen like any additional armor out of him. He may of course be planning to hold out for a Panther. Still charging right in.
That's enough! Pull back to base!
Still no repairs. I can't help but notice he's not good at repairing his stuff.
Order team! Team moving as quick as we can!
Territory changing hands.
Sappers, right
He's not good at repairing his things.
Always heading to
Victory point is an enemy.
Foot guards. Some pretty tough elite infantry. Best comparison to the foot guards would be the Rangers from Companies 1, basically Thompsons and bazookas. This time around, they have better accents. Oh, he went for the Vesper. Christ, bike though.
Sappers, hatching it up now.
Fun fact, I believe the Vesper was based off the Panzer II. In terms of being self-propelled artillery, had 105 mm howitzer.
Repairs finished.
150 was the Hummel.
We've got orders to move.
I say.
Some guy's like, wait for me! I got the ammunition! Don't leave me behind again! Not like at Dieppe
Territory.
and Dunkirk! Why do I always get left behind? Yeah, I think the Vesper, while certainly a neat move, is perhaps not the most astoundingly great move.
Always in instructions, sir.
That's the bloody tank!
Oh!
Take it down! Remove it, James! Hold it out! Keep the pace! Watch the clap! Stay the all guns on that tank!
Where's my Churchill? Oh, there it is. Still kaput. Oh, he's actually riding infantry on this dude too. Thumbs up. Nice.
Stay there, take it close!
We're losing a fuel point.
Shifting
You
over!
have command points.
Stay there, needs order!
Yeah, I think at this point he
Orders, sir.
Ack! You stay there, acknowledges!
may have hit his little limit here. Yeah. I think had he gone for like more Stokes faster and supported them better, like rather than just blindly charging them in, I think he'd in a better position versus me. But he kind of sort of like, you know, whiffled a bit about there, which, well, only benefited my armor and not so much his assault guns. At least that's my humble perspective,
Sappers on site.
which is probably not too humble, if you think about it.
We're losing a munition point.
Yeah, the church, as you might know, is quite tough here. Stug, 210 frontal armor. And its sidearm, I think, was actually slightly thicker than the Churchill Crusader's frontal armor. Admittedly, the Churchill tank's sidearm is thicker than the Stug's frontal armor, so, you know.
Sappers reported. Position taken.
RAF Recce available to loiter.
And there we go. Sort of a nice little highlight of the Brits and what you can do with them. Not the finest of match, but again, like, you know, just, like, you know, I gotta, like, play every match and record them, so I sort of hit some limits from time to time, in particular in terms of times. I do look forward to when we get a replay function, because I've had some really great matches that I'd love to cast, but, you know, just couldn't, so. Anyways, hope you like this one, hope it gives you the bits-ish. Again, there's sort of like, you know, a lower sort of tech structure Wehrmacht, like they have that element, you know, late game, but a lot of armor, similar to the Wehrmacht. The crucial part is they just have a lot more tanks, but on the other hand, they're just not as advanced because, it's more like 1942 versus the Germans 1943 with, Stug 3s, Panzer 4s, and Panthers and Tigers, all that down the road. So there's some difference there, but still, there's some cool stuff there, and I think some fun stuff at the bit. So the video, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe, you can also share the video with other people, and you'd like me to do, or just like the game, you can pro the game on the comments, use the code STUG3G, or you can go to the Steam page, pre-order there, don't get any sale of that, of course, but you can then sign up for the multiplayer test there. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed, and see you all tomorrow for another video where we'll be having a look at the Americans. Cheers, everyone.